The Witcher 3, what a game. I have finally played through this special game and would like to share my experiences today. The Witcher 3 has been in my Steam library for quite some time now, and I have started to play the game for 1 or 2 hours at a time, but I have never found the right moment to get completely hooked and travel into the game world of The Witcher. On my 4th attempt, it finally clicked for me and my journey with The Witcher 3 was magical. The Witcher 3 by CD Projekt came out in 2015 and thrilled fans of the IP right from the start. I hadn't played any single player games back then and therefore wasn't yet interested in the game. Over the years, The Witcher 3 has turned out to be one of the best, if not the best single player open world RPG game in history, and I knew I had to play the game all the way through at some point. A few weeks ago I finally got over myself and gave the game a final chance. And let me tell you, I haven't regretted it at all. My first entry into the Witcher franchise was the Netflix series in 2019, starring Henry Cavill as Geralt of Rivia. I'd heard a lot about the video game back then, but I'd never tried them myself. However, I watched the series straight away because I was curious to find out what was behind the fascination of the Witcher franchise. I really liked the series at the beginning, and so I really wanted to play The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I was just in the Valen area relatively at the beginning of the game when I started playing The Witcher 3 again a few weeks ago. The game took a while to hook me, but after a few hours I was completely hooked. By the time I got to the wonderful town of Novigrad, I was determined to play through the game, and from that moment on I spent at least 6 hours a day playing it. But what exactly did I think of The Witcher 3, and what did I like best, and where does the game perhaps show its age? All of that in today's video. Let's talk about the protagonist first. As the protagonist, we play as Geralt of Rivia, a Witcher who has the task and the will to find his lost prodigy Ciri in the game. You spend a good 3/4 of the entire game on this task. Geralt has cool Witcher abilities and a special fighting style, making monster hunting his speciality. He's determined to find Ciri not only because of the vision to find her, he also has a close connection to Ciri. More on that later on. On the journey around Geralt we meet many old and new faces such as Yennefer, Triss, Vesemir, Emir, Dijkstra or even Ritterspawn and many more. The characters are very well designed and have a good depth of character, which means that some characters quickly grow on you. There are various dialogue options with an integrated moral system that allow us to improve or weaken our relationships with the individual characters. Especially in relation to the final of the game, the whole thing felt like a big family. Close friends which supported and helped each other. The antagonists are the Wild Hunt and the Witcher 3. This mysterious group pursues Ciri and wants to get her at all costs. In the final quarter of the game, Geralt tries to protect Ciri from the Wild Hunt. You don't learn much about the Wild Hunt during the course of the game, which only makes it more mysterious and exciting in my eyes. In general, the characters in The Witcher 3 play a major role and bring the game and the game world to life. They play a big part in making this game feel like a big adventure. The gaming world of The Witcher 3 is very special and set new standards for the graphics of open world games when it was released back in 2015. It is one of the most impressive of its time and is a central component of the gaming experience. It offers a huge, vibrant and believable world that is divided into different regions, each with its own flair, history and challenges. Especially the large cities such as Novigrad and Skellige or even Toussaint in the DLC look breathtaking. Especially with the free next gen update from 2 years ago, CD Projekt has significantly improved The Witcher 3 and now also offers ray tracing options to get the most out of The Witcher 3. I played the game myself in 2K and on maximum settings with full ray tracing on an OLED monitor and was just a stunning experience. Even today in 2024, The Witcher 3 doesn't have to hide from modern games and still has very good graphics overall. Above all, you can see the attention to detail in the game's graphics, gameplay and quest design. And the world never feels empty. There's something to discover everywhere, be it a hidden monster camp, a treasure in a ruin, or small side stories that is often just as deep and emotional as the main quests. Citizens react to events in the environment and the world changes based on your decisions. In conclusion, The Witcher 3's open world offers more than just a beautiful backdrop. It is an integral part of the story and gameplay. It rewards curiosity, offers countless secrets and creates one of the most immersive fantasy worlds in video game history. The technical performance of the game was good. I had a few crashes here and there, but nothing that bothered me too much. I was able to play the game on RTX 4070 with max settings and full ray tracing in 2K at a constant 60 frame rate. The Witcher 3 also scores well in terms of gameplay. You have many different possible combinations of abilities, buffs from potions and armors as well as swords. It's fun to try out different combinations and fight enemies as effectively as possible. There are many different monsters and other enemies in the game world, so there is something for every potion that can help you in different situations. Geralt can improve his skills in 3 main categories by gaining experience points from battles and quests: combat, alchemy and sign. There are also unlockable perks that customize the playstyle. Geralt uses his 2 swords in the combat, a steel sword for human opponents and a silver sword for the monsters. Combat includes light and heavy attacks, dodges, parries and counters. Geralt can also use 5 different magical signs: Art, a telekinetic blast to stun enemies or destroy obstacles; Igni, a fire spell that causes area or single target damage; Irn, a magical trap that slows enemies or makes ghosts visible; Gwen, a protective shield that absorbs damage; Axii, a mind control spell to manipulate enemies or influence NPCs in dialogues. If you don't feel like spending a lot of time on alchemy, the game will probably be much more difficult, but you can definitely play through it with just a couple of potions. I myself didn't use many potions in The Witcher 3 and got through the game just fine. The combat system is also fun and encourages different strategies, but is still kept relatively simple and not too complex. But it is fun and suits Geralt as a character overall. The main story of The Witcher 3 takes about 55 hours, which is a very long time for a video game. I completed the main story in a similar amount of time, but there are still numerous side quests and missions waiting to be completed, so your journey with Geralt can take you well over 100 hours. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt tells the epic story of Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter who searches for his foster daughter Ciri, in a dark and detailed fantasy world. Ciri is not only important to Geralt, but also to the world itself, as she possesses special powers that make her the target of a mysterious and dangerous force, the Wild Hunt. The world of The Witcher 3 is characterized by political intrigue, deep conflicts and morally complex decisions. During his quest, Geralt becomes involved in local stories and larger events that can influence the fate of the entire kingdom. We are faced with tricky decisions that often have far-reaching consequences. The game is characterized by an open world full of living details, believable characters and diverse stories. Whether through encounters with villagers, powerful rulers or supernatural beings, Geralt's journey feels both personal and epic. In addition to the main story, the game offers countless side quests that are just as fascinating and multi-layered as the central plot. Without giving too much away, The Witcher 3 is a story about family, destiny and trying to do the right thing in a broken world. The journey is shaped by battles, magic and decisions that remain fascinatingly memorable even after the game is over. The main story also offers a very exciting and immersive gaming experience, as your actions can influence the story to some extent. You build relationships with characters and form alliances with new allies. You will meet many people in the game world who keep their true motives as a secret first, which creates even more tension during the story. Close friends and familiar faces will support you on your long journey, but also accept your support, creating space for exciting questlines with different options for the individual characters and various romances. The 2 DLCs Blood and Wine and Hearts of Stone also offer around 30 hours of extra The Witcher 3 content. I also really enjoyed these 2 DLCs and they offer extra content that fits in well with the game. My favorite DLC was Blood and Wine, in which you explored a wonderful Toussaint. The Witcher 3 offers a lot of content with the main game and the 2 DLCs, and impresses with a very good story and great side quests that invite the player to explore the game world and make the game fun to play. In the end, I can say that The Witcher 3 is a game that every open world RPG fan should definitely play. It belongs to the category of games that will keep you hooked to your PC and send you on an unforgettable journey. The Witcher 3 took some effort to convince me, but in the end I wouldn't want to miss this epic journey as a memory. Give the game a chance over a few hours and you will definitely be hooked in the world of The Witcher 3. The game is rightly one of the most acclaimed games on the market and invites you on a unique journey. Even in the year 2024, The Witcher 3 shines with a great story, beautiful world and many great characters, and gets a clear purchase recommendation from me, especially when the game is cheaper during a sale. I'm really looking forward to the sequel, The Witcher 4, in which we will play Ciri as the main protagonist and can immerse ourselves in the Witcher world again. Have you ever played The Witcher 3, and if so, what are your thoughts on the game? Please write a comment down below and like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel to never miss new reviews of open world games. Thanks for watching and I will see you guys in the next video.